Hi students, so before we jump into everything that we see here, I'm going to go through a couple things first. So what do marshmallows, fudge, and rock candy have in common? Yes, they're made out of sugar, but what other connection do they have? So they all are processed in a way called crystallization. And it's as simple as taking water and sugar to create this process. And it is something that takes time. So it could take about a week to start seeing crystals, from 5 to 7 days, depending on the additives, of course. So why do we need to know this? What's the point of this? So it's very important to understand that crystallization doesn't just happen in this environment, this controlled environment. It actually occurs in our bodies as well. So I don't know if you've ever heard of kidney stones or cataracts. So those are illnesses that occur from crystals that our body makes. So the concept will provide a broader understanding as far as this entire process, okay? So I am gonna be providing 2 different articles. One of them is going to be the recent advancement of crystallization control, and then the next one will be a little bit more fun, talking about the different candies that you can make with crystallization. I am going to give out a sheet. So you're gonna write your prediction, your hypothesis as far as what will happen with each additive that we'll be having here. And then we will be reflecting back on this at the end of the experiment. And I'll be asking as far as like, why did this grow crystals? Why did it not? And then there will be a project as well. So the project, the only thing it will entail is just like a poster. So you'll be creating a poster reflecting on the process of crystallization, and then we'll be sharing with each other in class. So let's get started. I did already fill these guys up and added the additives. Well, I'll let you know, we will be needing a couple different supplies. So lots of water, sugar. I have this little scale here just so we can weigh the jar before, and then we'll weigh the jar after with the crystals. And then I do have like sticky notes so we can write down the different additives so we can keep track of which is which. You can use Scotch tape, also works. We'll be needing pins, scissors, tape, and then the 2 different additives that I have are going to be the jello, and then the blue jello, and then the purple food coloring. And so what we'll do first, we'll actually boil the water first, and I'll show a little snippet in just a second. Okay, so the first step to doing this is we want to make sure we have enough water. So I did fill enough for 3 of these, about around this line here. And we want to have a soft boil, and we want to start adding some sugar in there. And you keep adding sugar until it has a light caramel color. And once you're doing that, you'll transition this water back in here. Of course, I do want to make sure we are watching the students because they are handling sugar and water. So I would definitely recommend the teacher supervising or handling the boiling water. So after we fill these up and we have our additives, we'll have these little picks or sticks, dowels I think is what they're called. We dip them in water, dip them in some of the sugar. This will just help the process of the crystallization. And you'll want to get one of those pins. You'll just pin it just like that, far enough for it to be almost fully submerged. And you'll just leave it there. And then we're gonna do the same process for all of them. Okay, so once you have all these in here, we're gonna write down all of our predictions. We're gonna make sure we leave these in a place where no one will be touching them. We'll come back and check every single day, and we will keep track as far as if there's any crystals growing on them. So I am gonna move on here because this is a process that takes about a week. So I went ahead and actually, I did this a week ago with my, my little brother. So let me pull this one over here. And I've actually never done this before, but my little brother has. Oh, let me pull this over here. So, and it's really weird because it does get chunky over time because of the sugar, the liquid does. And so what we notice is actually all three additives created crystals. They all have a different shape to them for the most part. Like this, the Jello grew pretty straight, whereas the no additive grew a lot chunkier at the bottom of it and thinner at the top here. But overall, this was pretty successful. I do plan on doing this again and possibly using different additives like honey or different juices, anything like that that has already sugar in them. Thanks for listening. Bye.